the final result. You will have to show your music not only as something written with the themes and with music from an abstract point of view, but also with something concrete, which kind of sound they will hear from you. It will be something that will be judged from them, and so now a composer has not only the music on a paper, but also the whole sound of your idea to be shown to the people that commissioned the music. So this is the reason why nowadays everything is written on the computer, on the sequence. Some composers love writing the notes on the paper, but 1 minute after, they have someone who put it on a sequencer and on digital sound, because it's impossible to avoid this kind of process, which it's so important.
Yeah, I got it. How you let's look at a couple of your films. The how to grow up despite your parents. Feel free to elaborate how the project came together and you end up was nominated from the 2017 David Di Notello Award. Feel free to.
Yeah, we have an award with David Di Donatello, which is like your Oscars. We have the Cinema Academy that assigns in the same exactly the same way the USA Academy gives the Oscars, and it was for an original song for a Walt Disney movie, and I created not only the original score but also the original songs for this film. That it was not a musical, but it was a film for teenagers, with a lot of songs inside, and it was nice because I hadn't some famous singers or famous artists in the song, so the song was sung by the actors, the main actor of the movie, and he was completely unknown. So I really appreciated it, because the nomination, it was not driven by someone famous. When it's easier when in your song you have a famous singer to be nominated, but it was so nice, and it was for a movie for Walt Disney Italy.
Right. Yeah. Good for you. Another great composer is the Just a Father, Solo un Padre, that was nominated from the 2019 Golden Award.
Yeah, it was.
David Di Notello again.
Yes.
Nacho the Argento Award. Wow, those are important awards.
Yeah, Nastri d'Argento is like your Golden Globe.
I got it. Yeah.
And in this time, I had a famous singer called Georgia in the song, so I received my first nomination in my life with a famous artist singing the song written on the main theme of the movie I composed for, but also I write also for advertising,
for
documentaries, for everything you see or you watch.
That was a big award. So did your life change after that? Because now you were in a different category or not, or the same?
I don't know if my life changed a lot, because maybe no. Maybe no. Because I was lucky, and I have been working for years on projects that I really love, and I really feel as mine. And so this satisfaction of this kind of nominations didn't affect at all my way of writing or approaching a movie or a job. But of course, these nominations reflect a skill that you reach to. I don't know if this is something that you can make you richer. I don't think so here in Italy. But it's important for you because it's a small world here in Italy. We are not a big industry, so all professionals involved in this kind of industry in Italy share the few same producers. So we are not so many people, and the nice thing is that they have chosen you to as a key figure or a nice artist. So when people who make this kind of work, this kind of job, give you an award or a nomination, this is not given from the public, but from people who have a lot of skills, from people which are directors or producers or composers or actors, really skilled. So it is an award that weighs a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to bring your attention to one composition for 2014 that is called "Lost in an Orchestral Mood." That's a masterpiece. I really like it. 2014, 8 years ago. What is it? It's a film. It's a soundtrack.
It's a combination. It's a mix of things that share the same approach to the composition. But it's a mix of music used on movies or on advertisings or on many different applications. But those tunes share the same focus, the same approach, the same ideas. So, for example, there is a song for an international campaign. Maybe the first, Lovely on My Hand, maybe. A song for an international campaign of a big brand here in Italy of clothes, maybe we say clothes, or corporate. There are some musics for a corporate movie for another brand of wine. That decided to make a corporate movie, like it was a cinema movie. And also there is inside of it something written for art installations. For example, I worked a lot for the design here in Milan. We have here Salone del Mobile, which is a fair of furniture for house and office, and it's a design fair. It's the most important design fair in the world.
Wow!
And I made 2 official openings for it, with the original music created for installations or for a theatrical show, like a musical show. And so some music in that album you talked about, it's also from those art installations here in Milan.
Is the music available in CD, vinyl, where people can buy it, or?
I had a shop on the website, on the former website, yeah. But at the moment I stopped the selling of physical CDs, because I give them only as a demo or something. More as it was a gadget than something to be sold. But if someone wants to receive a physical CD, I can send easily everywhere.
Yeah. When I go to visit you in Milan in Monza,
yeah, of course,
I would like to get a couple of copies. The other masterpiece is the Fukushima, A Nuclear Story from 2015. The year. That's also is very, very good, man.
Yeah, it was a nice documentary, broadcasted all over the world, and narrated by William Dafoe in the international version. And it was a nice documentary that has the Sky Italian journalist Pio D'Emilia as the lead narrator of all the tragedy that he really lived in Japan, because he's the Italian journalist for Sky for the Asia, and he was based in Japan when the tsunami came, and so he had a lot of scenes, recordings, interviews from the Sky, his work for Sky TV. And it was mixed with original scenes shot there, also in the Forbidden Zone. And it was awarded here in Italy with a prize of journalists for documentaries shot by journalists here in Italy. And it has a score with the international approach, emotional, large, intimate sometimes, and it's a score that I really love.
Yeah, it's a masterpiece. In Italy, you have many, film composers that became very famous. I mean, because like I told you before, I like electronic music. So people like Ennio Morricone and Goblin, Fabio Frizzi, Pino Donaggio, Dario Argento, and so many. Although it's like you mentioned, it's not Hollywood, right? The segment that you work is very limited, and everybody knows one another, right? You can work with two people, that his person is working with another director, and the person working with another, everybody knows. But there's the people that, like myself, like electronic music and horror movies or science fiction, where the music is very, very interesting. There are so many great people in Italy. I mean, it's amazing.
Right? Thank you. Yeah, we have to. We must use an original and personal approach to the scoring, because we haven't got an industry also from the musical side of the process. So sometimes you can find the same approach to the scene in many composers for American movies, because there is a standard way sometimes to show the things, to show the roles in the movie, and to show also with the music some psychological points, key points of the story. But here we have to manage with something more. Less standards, with less standards than in your industry. So you must be more creative with the approach, because we have also few money to make the things. So many times you must be creative to reach the point. Yes.
Do you prefer? You have worked in film score, documentary, advertising. Do you prefer one or the other, or they one pay? I suppose that advertising pays better, right? In a short period of time.
Right? Advertising, it pays better, but every time it is like if you was a writer. If you was a writer, maybe you would write something longer, a trilogy of of stories, or a short story, or something for a paper, a newspaper. So for me, it's every time a different kind of play if also it's like I was an actor playing different roles in different kind of
I see.
so sometimes I can write something straight and strong and with a really short time, which is something for advertising. Another time I can be a writer of long romance, long stories, which is the writing for movies, when you have to manage a lot of time. So the music is more shares more time to be developed, to be presented in the show, and so you have to keep the focus every time from the first minute to the last minute. So manage 1.5 hours of story from the musical side. It's quite difficult because you must be every time on the same language, and to be various, but in the same way, in the same language.
I got it. Do you like to listen to other film scorer, other film composer at all, or or you prefer not to? Because some musicians prefer not to listen to other people because they may influence him or her.
I like listen every kind of composers I love, and also if I have the doubt that I made something similar to something famous or from famous composers, I ask to my friends, and I have a friend which is really an expert of film music.
Really,
he knows everything about film music, and sometimes I call him and I say, Massimo, what do you think about this music? Did you hear it from? And I don't say that it's my music too. And if he says, "Oh, yeah, I know it's from," I get worried.
Right.
But usually no. Usually he says, "Oh, nice," but no, it's the first time I listen to it, so no, don't worry.
So he has like a big music collection. How can you know?
Yeah. We wrote. He has a magazine which is now a web magazine, Colonne Sonore, which is Colonne Sonore is soundtracks in English. And I wrote for his in the past for his magazine when it was on paper. It was edited and distributed on paper. But he has a really library full of all kind of soundtracks. And the funny thing is that one time my orchestrator Enrico Goldoni, I gave him a music to compose for a piece of a corporate movie. I had to write 12 minutes of orchestral music for a corporate, and I gave him 3 minutes to compose, and he showed me let me listen the music he created, And I listened to it, and then I said, Enrico, there is a good news and one bad news. The good news is that the music is so nice, really, really nice. The bad news is it's that absolutely the same music of John Williams, accidental tourist.
Wow.
I don't know how. Maybe some years before, 1 year before, or I don't know, he listened to that soundtrack.
Accidental
Maybe,
tourist, yeah.
yeah, and maybe he recorded in his mind every note, but every note from the French horns to the piano to the second violins and the cellos, everything. It was absolutely the same tune of John Williams, but he didn't know anything about it because it didn't remember it was that kind of. So you sometimes we composer, as you told before, we risk something with our memory because we record everything, every note of the things we love, and so it could happen that you reply exactly the things you loved even if you don't want, even if you don't remember where did you hear that theme or that orchestration.
Yeah. Do you what are you working nowadays? What is in your plate now? Working the next week or next month? What are you?
Now I have finished yesterday a song, an original song for an advertising.
Yeah.
And also I have a movie, a TV movie to be shown on the first channel of public television in Italy.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, on 8th of December, it will be shown on. And I made all the soundtrack, all the score, and also I wrote a musical with a young director. A young director, but with a lot of experience, despite of his age. But the musical, it's difficult to produce now because we talking about the COVID, the virus. People are not. It's difficult to think about risks of producing something that requires a lot of money to be produced on stage, but with the people that don't want to go out to theaters. Or I know, for example, that in Broadway there are a lot of casino that are trying to buy the theaters of Broadway because I read an article on the newspaper that are suffering a lot the lack of people going to watch the musicals or the theaters shows, and it's a kind of problem that involves also the production of new projects.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, some people with, the producer or the person who will finance a movie or an advertise in a new company, they are afraid to invest the money because they will not be able to recover the money back, right? So if a new movie used to be shown in a show in Milan, maybe the first week 10,000 people will go and see that, right? Now probably 1,000. So it will, the person who put the money to pay the director, in your case, film scoring, the agent, and everything, they may not record the money. So they say, I don't know if I will invest because it's risky for me, right?
Yeah. It's really difficult to manage these risks because these are the times of post-COVID age, and so it's a pity because you make something really nice, something incredible, and you can't produce it because of the great financial effort you have to manage to produce it, and without the people, it's impossible to make everything. So we wait for a new way to come back to the original age when people went away to enjoy theaters. Or we have a lot of people that go to theater, for example, but to watch the things that they know already. They are sure about what they are going to see, and they go. But for every kind of new project, now it's quite difficult to present those projects out.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Hopefully one day the COVID will go away forever, and then hopefully Putin, here in Ukraine will disappear.
we have also the Ukraine problem.
Yeah,
but
and the economy.
But I see one hope. When the COVID started, we listened to someone saying everything will be different from before. We will stay every time at home, working or enjoying shows, but people wants to go out, wants to share real life experience, real life relationship, and this is quite hopefully for me because not all is lost.
Yeah. Hopefully it will be a better world, with no COVID, no war, and better economy and no inflation, and hopefully things will improve for everybody. It was that's the last question. It was nice talking to you, Fabrizio. È stato molto bello parlare con te e buona fortuna.
Grazie. Grazie.
And I will see you. I will see you in Monza in Milan next year for sure.
Yeah, when you want, whenever you want.
I will take you. I will take you out to dinner. Got some good Italian food. Some wine, good beer.
Yeah, in front of my studio, I have a restaurant, a little restaurant. Which is so great, so nice, and I eat every day from 2004.
Correct.
From
Wow.
2004, I have been eating every day there. Yeah, because the chef is someone who goes early in the morning to the market to get to the fresh things, the right things, and so you will love it absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, great. And let's stay in touch, and then I will send you a different email. And when the recording is done, I will send you the direct link for your social media account, for your Facebook, and all your websites.
Va bene. Thank you.
It was very nice talking to you. Good luck to you, man.
Bye, Claudio.